Hey, what's up YouTube? Patwwa here, bringing you guys another Battlefield Bad Company 2 effects tutorial. I actually want to say one thing before I get started is thank you guys for supporting my channel so far. I have like almost 2,500 subs and I do have a partnership. I haven't really put out a video explaining or telling you guys that I got a partnership, but I'm letting you know now through this. Another reason I'm making this tutorial, this specific one, is because I made a trailer, SE2, but I never was able to actually start and or finish that project. And the first video people loved, and I had to take down that video because of the partnership, because it was copyrighted music. So I'm basically going to do this tutorial on the effect that I used with the radio changing motion track onto the back of the vehicle and driving around, and how it looks cool and sexy. So before we get started, basically you're going to need a clip, and the clip you're going to need, make sure it doesn't have too much shaking in the clip on a point you want to track, just because this is the first time you're doing this, and if it's not, then you should be watching this video anyway. But overall, let's get your clip. I already have mine in the project window. I'm going to drag it in, put it in composition icon, and get it here. Right here is my clip on the cab on Harvest Day, driving in pretty beast mode explosion and surviving that nonsense. So basically, if you want to get started, I'm going to go to Layer, New, and go get a new null object. Open that there. Then on the motion tutorial, this is my clip or your clip. Right click, go to, wow, can't remember, track motion. Click that and edit your target so that is on the null object. Click OK. Now on this screen right here in the middle, you want to, I'm zooming in just so I can show you better. Find the point or section or pixel. Better yet, you want to track. So for me, I want to track this yellow light right here, because this light, when it goes through, it has little movement, but it has undulation, which makes it feel as if it's part of the vehicle and it's not moving way too much. So I'm going to start my track right about here, where there's debris in front of the tracked area that I want. I'm going to put that there on the light. Okay, start my track there. Basically, you're good to go. I'm going to click play here. Start track. Let it track, let it track, let it track. In some sections, the track will run off, and you'll see that in a few seconds here, where the track just comes off where you want it to track, and I'll show you how to just fix that, like right there. Track is not in place, starts buzzing around, trying to find the point, and it comes up. So I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to drop this down right here. Drop down my clip, drop down arrow, triangle. Drop down my motion track arrow, drop down track arrow, drop this down also. And here, I'm going to zoom in on the timeline by using the minus or plus keys. And I'm going to slowly back up to the last track, which is about right there, right here. And I'm just going to erase all this. You don't have to erase it if you don't want to, but I just choose to erase it just to be a little cleanly. Move the timeline a little forward to have a little more space. And we're going to manually track it so that it is still on the dot, and then normally track it. So I'm going to click forward here, the analyze one frame forward key. It's off the track, so I'm going to click on it. I put it back on the light. Analyze forward again, analyze forward, and it seems to have captured the track again. So I'm going to zoom out and click the analyze forward play button here. Tracking, and we lost track again. It's a repetitive process in some cases it goes way smoother, depending on what you're tracking. I chose to do this clip because it allows you to see what I'm doing if there's an error, and it allows you to see what happens when it's also smooth. So again, I'm going to go back to where the track was lost, erase these clips, go back, and keep doing the process. So I'm going to cut the clip here, and I am going to come back with the entire thing fully tracked and progress through the text section of the tutorial. Okay, what's up guys? So I basically have gotten to the point where I'm going to stop the track. So I'm going to show you where I'm going to stop it. Let's do the timeline here. Basically, I know there's going to be an explosion in the clip right about here where the anti-tank mines are. I'm going to continue the play button, and as it gets to the explosion, I'm going to, bam, when it gets all messed up and off track. That'll be the best time to use the environment to your liking. If you don't want to just fade out the text or make it look generic, you can use something from the game so it looks like the game is affecting what you're putting into it also. So it looks everything looks natural. That's the word. That's the word I'm trying to find. Everything looks more natural. The fact that you're trying to use the elements in the game to react with the effects you're adding onto it. So I'm going to stop the track there. Basically what I'm going to do is click the apply button. Click OK for X and Y. And there you go. Now we tracked it. Now you'll see that the null object is tracked to this. That little box there means that the null object, this layer here, is tracked onto that point. Let's see here. Now that it's tracked, we're going to go down to the text segment of the tutorial. Basically, really simple stuff. We're going to parent the text layer to the null object. So basically, let me start this up for you. Open a new composition. I don't really care about the time right now. Let's say 10 seconds, 60 frames a second, 1280-720. I'm guessing that's what this is. And let's title this text. Click OK. All right. Layer new text. Let's make it white. And let's call this Patwwa prod / just because I can. Motion tutorial. And we can space this out a little bit. There's like no space in between. Yeah, actually, motion track. Click enter again, tutorial. And I'll make the tutorial word bigger. Don't highlight here. Just so it fits. I'll push that down some more. Our production is motion track tutorial. Good enough for me. You guys understand it just a tit. So basically what I'm going to do is grab that composition, drag it onto my motion tutorial composition here, and I'm going to parent. See this little squiggly right here? Under the parent. If you don't see this, then you might want to right click and show your column and put the modes column or toggle your switches, but it should still be there. Click and hold the squiggly line here, you get this pipwit, and you put the pipwit on the null object here. And now it's parented. As you can see, it's here also. You also drop down the list and select which one you want. Now, you'll see whenever I move on the timeline, the text layer is also tracked onto the null object. That's tracked on with the keyframes made from the tracker. Now, you can still move the layer for the text around. So that's what we're going to do, so I can even it out. Truthfully, I'd probably move this over up a little bit, over to the left more, down, to the right, just about there. Feeling right. I like it on the left. What can I say? Okay, that's looking good. It's looking good. Like it's just leaning on the side there. In some cases, you can always angle it and rotate it by making it a, on the toggle here, making it a 3D layer by selecting the little box under the cube here. And then you can rotate it left and right, up and down, and x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. But that's going a little in depth, and this is just basically a little something for the beginners. Easily motion tracked here. This is basically it when it comes down to it. The effect of me changing the radio, that's another effect in this that I use. I'll show you that actually right now since we have some time left. I'll add a, let's say, new solid. Doesn't matter what color. Red. Okay. Right click on it. Click effect. Or you could just go to the effect segment here on the right side, wherever you have yours placed on your application. Go to text and go to numbers. I like agency, so I'll keep the font the same. Agency FB here. Center it. Okay. All right. There you go. There's it is right there. That red. I'm going to change the color, make it white. This is a free plugin. It's part of After Effects. Don't have to download it. It should come with the program. So I'm going to put this up here. I'll make it a little bigger. And let's say from 0 here, I want it to go from 0 from 1 second to in 3 seconds. I want it to go to, let's say, the radio station Hot 97 from New York. So 97.1 radio station. Bam. And let's put the decimal places down to 1 decimal place. Just like that. And Joe's calling me. And he's going to keep calling me, and you guys are going to get distracted. So be aware. Basically, from 1 to 3, Hot 97. Then I'll keyframe it from 3 to 4 to keep the same radio station. I'll click the E button on the layer here. Drop this down. Drop down the format and keyframe it again. There's a little diamond. And then from 4 to 6, I have it change stations to 105.1, which is another New York radio station. I'm on Florida, but New York's just legit. Usually I'll put a separate text like I did here on the right side saying FM, AM, and customizing it the way you want. Now, if you go to the motion track tutorial, it's also here. So, as I said, change the radio station, listen, change the radio station, listen, and bada bing, bada boom. And it blows up. And right through the explosion, I think I would make it go more opaque and just fade it out. Click T on a layer, opacity, half a second, just go straight to 0, and it's gone. In some cases, I would add a wiggle so it just disappears. I don't like that. Let me move forward a little more. Right there. And it's gone. Perfect. Right through the explosion. So this is basically one-on-one on tracking on some of the videos that I do. And I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you enjoyed. Leave comments and feedback below. And if you have any questions, let me know. PM, put on the bottom, Skype me, whatever. I'm open to you guys for help.